Yep. I know that you've shared with me a few times about your vision for the future, and we've touched on it a little bit more here. But do you want to paint a picture, maybe tell a story? It could be imaginary or not, of what you see this technology bringing.
You know, Bridget, I was thinking maybe we can do a little experiment all together with all the participants in the room. Can we get like 2 minutes of visualization exercise for
100.
everybody to join into this? And of course, I'm happy to share my own 2030 picture. So this is just an invitation for you guys to lean back, find a comfortable position. And then if you want, you can close your eyes. We're going to just tap into our immediate intuition.
Okay.
So bear with me, it takes just a few minutes. So if you want to close your eyes, that's fine. If not, just find a relaxed gaze. And then sense into your 2 feet and 2 feet on the floor and just feel how they connect to the ground. And then you guide your attention towards your breathing and see how your spine moves along with your in-breath and your out-breath. Pay attention to your belly and see how it moves when you breathe in and how it moves when you breathe out. Relax your shoulders. Do a quick scan of your face and see if you have any tension. And then focus on the chest area and connect with your heartbeat. If you like, you can put the two palms together and feel the warmth of your fingertips and the ridges in your fingertips as the hands press together tenderly. Listen to your heart and then put yourself into 2030 and you wake up in the morning. You had a very good night's sleep and you feel good. And then you open your eyes and look around. What are you seeing? Wherever you are. And who are you with in that very moment? And then you just reflect on the really cool things that happened in 2030 so far. Like, what are really good news? And then you think about the past 5 years. What were the major developments that have happened that made you feel very happy and that made you feel very safe and connected to your beloved ones? And then you think of how you got there. What has actually changed in this world compared to 2021 when there was this thing called blockchain or Internet of Value? What has actually really changed within the past 10 years for you? And now listen to your heart again and ask yourself, what was my contribution to this shift? What were my actions? And how did I contribute? You just take a mental note of whatever comes up and then bring a sense of kindness and joy to you being here in the present moment and imagining your future, knowing that you can have empowerment to take action. Sense into your 2 feet again, wiggle your toes, and then you can come back and open your eyes. And then you can maybe share in the chat whatever came up. If you like, well, I can share what I think, how my world looks like in 2030.
Very
I
cool.
just want to hear. And also, Eleanor or Sam or Bridget, do share.
Let's hear from you first, Yep, and then I'll happily share from me as well.
Okay. I'm just seeing if something is coming up from the audience.
Well, give them a chance to type whilst you share yours.
Okay, let me do that. So in 2030, I think I'm waking up in a world where I feel happy because I can choose where I'm working and how I'm spending my day. There's no 9 to 5 job commitments, but I'm managing my day according to energy and flow. I'm living in a world where it's quite normal for people to engage with technology, for women alike and for men, and where there's actually an understanding that taking well-being for others in society, like the care work you mentioned before, is as valuable to the well-being of like society as any role working in tech or in finance, so that everybody can actually get paid for and make a living of what they care most about. And if that's about like taking care of beloved ones, then so be it, because everybody else knows that if we don't do these things, we don't feel good in society. And we got there, in my view, when I look at my own vision for 2030, because as a global society, we used wisdom and insight. We looked at what was meaningful to us and prioritized how we want to spend our 24 hours of the day and work together to figure out like the problem we want to solve in our little groups, in our little networks, and work together with other networks to create the change and to contribute towards creating the world we want to live in.
That's amazing.
Somebody said they were not on this planet.
Not sure if they were on a planet or not. No, I like that. I woke up in a home that clearly wasn't in the UK. I was in a much more pleasant climate. There was a lot of nature around, and I had the sense of freedom that when I was making any consumer choices, that I was able to do so in a way that I knew that I was buying without damaging the planet, or and making sure that the people in the supply chain had been rewarded fairly for what they were doing. And as a result, we were filled with a world of abundance, but not with a world of greed. And that's making me cry. And the part that I had played was what I'm looking to do with the bigger pie, which is to make sure that I can facilitate and support the amazing game changers that we have to be able to go off and to create these incredible futures for us. Somebody else has to speak now because I am going to cry.
You're making me cry.
So, but this is why I'm excited about the technology, because this is what I think that we can do. We can solve the problems that we're currently in, and we can imagine a future. And by collaborating and working together, and the technology allows us to do that, as you said, the peer-to-peer, the permissionless aspect of being able to do good. Now, with that means the permissionless aspect to be able to be a bad actor as well. So, it's not a perfect society by any measure, and there'll be lots of challenges that we'll have to face and come along with. But thank you very much for that exercise here.